Hello everybody, welcome back to my Pathfinder Wrath of the Righteous Azata playthrough. I was just looking over the gear that we got for doing the tournament gauntlet that we did last episode, and it is some really good stuff if I'm being honest. So I know we just bought the Grand Festival Cloak Finesse as a Cloak of Resistance +7, but this one's also a Cloak of Resistance plus, this is the first reward we got. Grants this wearer resistance 35 to fire, acid, cold, electricity, and heals them the number of hit points equal to the damage prevented, which is really nice. I think that's more useful on Nest, and then I'll give Darren the Grand Festival Cloak because that he uses his charisma, so getting the +2 circumstance bonus to charisma is really nice there too. Then we have the Heartstone of the Night Hag Queen. This stone grants its wearer +7 natural armor enchantment bonus to AC, spell resistance 38, and increases the DC of all spells the wearer casts by 3, which I think is, this amulet gives a +2 DC to all mind affecting spells, whereas this is all spells, plus it's 1 extra more DC, so that's an upgrade for Ember, definitely. So we'll give her that. And then we have the Braces of Slaughter. These braces give a +10 armor bonus and ignore all damage reduction, and deal additional 3d10 force damage, which that's potentially, if you roll really luckily, an extra 30 damage with weapon attacks. And the +10 armor is higher than anything we'd get from mage armor. Those would go nicely on Nest. But the engraved lucky braces, I kind of like keeping them on just for narrative reasons, plus only the main character can wear them. So getting a little bit extra to our saves is nice. So I think I might give them to Woolgif instead. What's he currently wearing? +3 bonus on damage rolls with the offhand weapon when dual wielding. Whereas that's just an extra 3d10 on all things and ignores damage reduction. So these would be definitely an upgrade for Ness, but I'm thinking of just giving them to Woolgif anyway to make him a bit more of a powerhouse. And then what's Darren's? Confirm a critical hit. The target must become... I mean, those are pretty good, so we could... Darren's the only other dual wield. Oh yeah, I said I was going to look and see if I had any... better rapiers for him. And there's just a standard rapier there. I don't understand, when you organise weapons by type, they aren't by type. Like, you'd think all the daggers would be together, but everything's all split up, so it's not especially helpful. Oh, it's because his strength's low. I was about to ask why is Darren so weak at the moment, but it's just because he's got bad strength. We could give him where are those braces at? Here. Extra 2 strength and a +2 morale bonus to AC. I do think that's slightly better than what he's currently wearing. Wait, no, newest to oldest. For now, we'll leave as is. We can probably do better than these. He does crit a lot though, Darren. It's not a bad position to be in, making things vulnerable to piercing. Oh, these are hands, not wrists. Plus. Okay, I'll leave them as is for now. try price and descending order. Is that a better way of finding a decent rapier? It's a dueling sword, not a rapier. That's the only one that we've got. And it's worse than those two. So I guess we'll leave it. I'll keep an eye out in shops though for good rapiers. Anyway, we're back to the festival. Doing fun festival things. No one noticing. I mean, the when we were taken away, the guy did say that it was like a time warp sort of thing, where no time would have passed when we came back. So it's just a fun interlude, I guess. I'm still wondering where this thief went. So we saw someone do some pickpocketing. Are you guys just drunk? Is that why you're rolling around on the floor? Oh, there's a grey ball.
You shouldn't sneak up on people like that. I'm not doing anything illegal, I promise.
The dwarf in the grey ball... That looks like a model for a gnome, not a dwarf. The dwarf in the grey ball costume is so preoccupied with what he is doing, he doesn't even notice you approach. As you get closer, you see that he is trying and failing to shove a prop axe into a narrow crack in the wall. Who are you?
Me? I'm just a local baker. Did you think I was Greybore? I'm not. It's just a costume. I'm going to change my clothes and I won't look like him at all. You'll see.
There are not many people here dressed up as Greybore.
I noticed that too. It's strange, right? His outfit is simple. It's the easiest costume to make. Anyone could do it. There's no fancy armor. All you need is a coat, some belts, and a pipe. The hardest part was making a fake axe. I thought there'd be a whole crowd of lazy people here like me, but apparently everyone else decided to put a lot of effort into making elaborate costumes. Some people have way too much time on their hands.
Legal or not, you're doing something strange, suspicious even.
What? Oh, no, wait, no, I'm not doing anything suspicious. I just don't want my costume anymore, so I've decided to get rid of it. What's wrong with that? Fine. You know what? You're right. It does look very suspicious. Look, I'll tell you everything, and maybe you can give me some advice.
I'm listening.
All right, here's the thing. I wanted to dress up for the festival like everyone else, but I needed a costume that was simple and cheap. Greybore's attire is practical and straightforward, so it seemed like the obvious choice. I threw together an outfit at the last minute, and here I am. Except, I seem to be the only one here dressed up as Greybore. Anyway, I'm walking around and admiring the festivities, and suddenly this guy comes up to me and, well, starts talking. At first, I wasn't sure what he wanted, but it turns out, get this, he mistook me for the real Greybore. He tried to hire me to kill some kind of monster for him. Me, a baker. How about that?
So yeah, if you didn't see it was 2 episodes ago that he asked us, but we found Greybore at the party, and he was feeling a little, I guess, insecure about the fact that, you know, there's loads of people dressed up as our companions at this festival, but he couldn't find anyone dressed up as him. So he didn't ask us directly to, but we told him that we'd look out for people dressed as Greybore.
I tell him, "Oh, wait, good sir, you've made a mistake." But he won't listen. Instead, he shoves something in my hands. He tells me to think about his offer and says that he'll find me again later. And he turns around and leaves. I look down and realize that he's given me a purse full of gold.
Is this going to be the situation for everyone dressed as Greybore, that people have tried to hire them as assassins?
I'm not some kind of crook, you know. I don't want someone else's gold, but he forced it on me. I wasn't trying to trick or scam anyone, I swear. And now I don't know what to do with this purse. What if he comes back and accuses me, or even worse, decides to stab me? That's why I decided to get rid of this costume. I'm not sure what to do next.
The real Greybore is here. You should hand the purse over to him. I'll show you where to find him.
He's here? Good. And that's great. If this gold was meant for him, I'm sure he'll know what it's for. Thanks for your help.
Right, so we found one Greyball fan. We also... I'll go and do this last conversation for Arushale before I keep looking around for people. They spared no expense. The place is so beautiful and festive. You wouldn't know the city was nearly razed by demons not long ago. There's a whole bunch of people here. There's even a Regil. What's this in here? Demonstrate your skills as a musician. Okay. Wanna join us? Hey, come join us, don't be shy. Oh, are we meant to be playing an instrument? Because we're not holding anything. I think this is the playing a lute animation, but it hasn't put a lute in our hands. Fair enough. Let's go finish off the Arushale quest, because that's up here, isn't it? I only just realised they put little map pinpoints for all of the objectives for your companions. You didn't see that pickpocket, did you? No? Oh, there's Sister Charisma as well. After he finishes whispering something in the tall woman's ear, the fleeing tiefling pulls away. The woman studies you with a faint smile.
Long time no see.
Point at the tiefling. I saw a robbery in the street. So did this tiefling. Why did he come running to you?
The people in this town have a habit of blaming the tieflings for anything and everything. My little brothers and sisters are worried about the family's reputation. When they see someone stealing, they come running to me so that I know about it. The rascal you saw was making mischief without my knowledge.
Since you've involved yourself, how about you look for the mysterious thief? My gut tells me it's a rookie, which means there'll be clues at the scene of the robbery. If you come across the thief, bring him to me, will you? I want to talk to him.
What do I get if I bring you the thief?
Peace of mind for the people of Canabras and my gratitude. Take it or leave it.
Do you mind if I ask you something? She responds with an indifferent shrug. What are you doing here?
Same as everyone else. I'm here to enjoy myself.
What do you do?
I do business in the city. Rumor has it that the family used to be in a lot of trouble. But then the demons burned down half the town, and the court archives burned along with it. Now we're doing well. I've recently opened a laundry, and the young ones are helping with it.
Tell me about the family.
There's not much to tell. We're a family just like any other, except we're all tieflings. We may have our quarrels, but we stick together to survive. Like family should. That will never change.
I think this is a typo, but this says Thieflings, which is the name of their group, but I think, yeah, she's meant to say Tieflings. Why do you all call yourselves the Thieflings?
Everyone calls us that. The name first appeared in Mendev, but you can find our kin in every corner of Golarion now. If you're a tiefling, that means you're one of the family. And you'll meet brothers and sisters wherever you go.
I'm pretty sure Tiefling isn't spelt with it. Maybe I'm just not... Yeah, maybe Tiefling is spelt with a H, but... It doesn't make sense if they're like, oh, we're the Tieflings. We're an organisation with only Tieflings in it, and we call ourselves the Tieflings. I think it's meant to be the Thieflings. Why did you stay in Canabras after the demon attack?
Let's just say that the attack resulted in some new opportunities for the family. So I decided to make the most of the situation.
Thank you for indulging my curiosity.
Yep.
I have to go.
No one is keeping you.
Okay, I think this is just one more conversation for Arushale.
Look at those costumes.
Oh, and she looks, because we've buffed up for the fight. Look at in the arena. A group of people wearing a variety of colourful costumes gaze at you both in astonishment.
Oh, sorry. Did we interrupt?
Incredible. Those wings, they look so real.
I never saw armor shine so bright.
Interrupt? You certainly did. Your costumes have left us speechless. I don't even remember what we were talking about before you arrived.
An old man laughs good-naturedly at Arushale's question.
Oh, I'm so sorry. We'll leave.
Don't mind that old fool. He's only joking. Your costumes are eye-catching, though, and that's the honest truth.
Catching eyes. Oh, I get it now. Your costumes are also lovely. Isn't that right?
Arushale looks down at what she is wearing. Arushale is being kind, but the outfits they are wearing can hardly be called costumes. Their attire is bright and cheerful, but it is unclear who, if anyone, they are dressed up as. Should we ask who they're meant to be? Now, we'll just be nice. Of course, your costumes certainly draw attention.
Maybe even more than yours.
The man raises an eyebrow and gives you a friendly grin.
Of course. I noticed you right away. Your costumes are hard to miss.
I suppose that's true. Still, I wish I had something better to wear.
Why aren't you dressed up as one of the commander's companions?
No money for costumes.
The young man turns out his empty pockets.
Yes, we all make do with what we have. But you don't hear us complain, do you?
Oh, stop your belly aching.
You have a stomach ache? Are you alright?
Arushale just she doesn't get colloquialisms. Which makes sense as she's originally a demon. So she always struggles with turns of phrases. Arushale's eyes shine with concern, though the townsfolk stare at her in confusion. Who would you dress up as if you could afford a costume?
Did you know that one of the commander's companions is a cleric of Shellen? I'd like to dress up as him. He is a noble man.
Me too! I'm sure my costume wouldn't look as good as yours, but I'd love to dress up as such an important person.
Ah, young folks. I'm content with my outfit. I like who I am. I don't need to dress up as someone else.
Exactly. Besides, I look good in these old clothes.
I think we should go now.
Have a good day. Your costumes look amazing. They're the best ones here.
Exactly. Don't know why this one over here keeps sulking and sighing about her outfit. I think we look fantastic.
Today, I get to be normal like everyone else. But this isn't just about how the townsfolk see me. It's also about how I see myself. I don't want to hurt any of these people, not even a little bit. I am no longer a demon. I am not a monster. I'm mortal.
I wonder if you don't do Arushale's... Because Arushale's companion quest comes in quite early in Act 5, so there's not really any reason not to have done it before you come to Canaveras. But I'm wondering what happens if you bring her here before she's fully uncorrupted, or even if you corrupt her, what is she like here? But that's a whole different story for what this event's like on an evil playthrough.
You're so beautiful. There's no way you're a monster.
A little girl steps out timidly from behind Arushale.
Oh, I didn't see you there. What's your name?
Felisa.
Why were you... Be careful, Arushale. Why were you following us?
I wanted to meet... you.
The girl looks up shyly at Arushale.
Nice to meet you, Felisa. My name is Arushale.
We're friends now, right?
Arushale looks startled. She shrugs uncertainly, then gives an awkward nod. Felisa, if you really wanted to meet her, why didn't you come speak to us sooner?
It's very, very scary to approach someone you don't know. It's a lot easier to watch them from a distance. But if you always let fear hold you back, you will never make any friends.
There have been many times when I watched mortals from afar, but was too afraid to approach them. I clearly lacked your wisdom and courage, Felisa.
I can share them with you.
The girl's words make Arushale smile. You're not afraid of Arushale, Valissa?
Not at all. I know she's very kind. Besides, we're friends. And friends shouldn't be afraid of one another.
What would you like to do next, Arushale?
I'd like to go for a walk and meet someone else. Thanks to our little friend, I see myself more clearly. And thanks to you, I know I can talk to mortals without fear.
Can I go for a walk with you?
Of course. It's always more fun to do things with friends, isn't it?
Aw. See you later, Arushale.
Until later.
Are you... Do you look like that because of a buff, or is it because of a debuff? Oh, it's probably stone skin, isn't it? That's probably what's making her look like that. Inheritor, guide the souls of the righteous to Pharasma's court, so those who have given their lives for us may be rewarded for choosing your path. Let us honour those who give their lives defending Canabris. Yeah, just paying respects. This is where people come to honour those who died during the demon attack on the city.
Who is responsible for this? How outrageous! Are you seeing this, darling? Do something!
What do you want me to do, dearest? They're just children.
I like that they've got actual models for children now. Well, they look a lot more like children than the children we had at our Azata court, who were just shrunk down versions of fully grown adults.
Something, anything, I don't know. Just send them away. They're ruining everything. Ugh. Hey, you little rats, get out of here. I told you to get out of here or I'll call the guards. You're disturbing our celebration.
Whoa, you're the one causing a disturbance, noble lady. A well-dressed woman wrinkles her nose in disgust as she looks at the children gathered around the table.
No, you get out of here! Our big sister invited us to the party. She told the guards that we can stay, so leave us alone!
A scruffy-looking boy dressed in rags stares boldly back at the woman.
Why, you insolent little...
Is something wrong?
No, everything is fine. My wife is just a little upset, that's all.
Fine? You call this fine? This is outrageous! It's an absolute disgrace! Ugh! These dirty little urchins have snuck into the party and are snatching sweets from our tables with their grimy hands!
Whoa!
Ugh, the audacity! They're stealing food right beneath our noses, and the guards won't do anything!
I think this food's for everyone, lady. The woman stomps her foot in frustration.
Did you hear me, lady? I said we were invited. Our big sister told us we could stay. Nobody's forcing you to be here. If you don't want to be around us, you can leave. It's a big city. Pick a direction and start walking.
You tell her, boy. The boy wipes his nose with his sleeve. Tell me about your sister.
She's very tall, and her face is covered in scars from where she was burned. Everyone knows her. She's famous now. We used to play together in the streets before the demons came. I didn't think she'd remember us, but she does. She's the one who invited us to the feast.
Yeah, that's Ember, isn't it?
Wait! What did you just say?
The man whispers something excitedly in his wife's ear.
Oh my! Ember? The real Ember? How exciting! Why didn't you tell us? Here, have some more cake.
Oh.
Go ahead, eat as much as you want. Can you introduce me to this sister of yours?
So, now that you know they're connected to famous people, you're willing to look past the fact that they're presumably homeless, or at least poor kids that Ember's let in. I know your deal, noble lady.
Changed your tune, huh? Well, tough. I'm not introducing you to anyone now.
I'm being nice to you, you little brat. Fine, have it your way. If the guards won't make you leave, I will.
You're horrible. I know Ember. I'll go find her. She'll handle this.
Oh, that would be marvelous. I've been longing to meet her. I'm sure this little brat is lying. Ember would never associate with lowlifes like these.
Yeah, you don't know anything about the real Ember, do you?
Go ahead. Big sister will set you straight. She's around here somewhere. I think she went to the Temple of Desna.
The boy shoves a pastry into his mouth nonchalantly. I mean, I would just send the nobles away, but I'm pretty sure Ember will come to a situation where everyone's handled amicably. Oh, you've still got this cat following us. Oh, there's another Greybor.
Leave me alone! I'm not Greybor! I'm not Greybor! It's just a costume! I'm not even a dwarf! Look! The beard is fake!
The stocky man in the Greybor costume pulls off his beard to show that it's been attached to his face with strings. Yeah, someone's trying to hire Greybor and they're giving money to all the Greybor lookalikes. Calm down, I can tell you're not the real Greybor.
Really? Good, because I'm starting to regret making this costume. There's some crazy guy who won't stop looking for me. He spent the whole day following me around and asking people about me. I thought he sent you too.
There are not many people here dressed up as Greybor.
Ah, you got that right. Everyone wants to dress up in flashy costumes for the festival. They prefer the commander's fancy outfits and the eye-catching attire of some of her other companions. But Greybor doesn't try to steal the show. He dresses simply, does his job, and smokes a pipe. That's what I like about him, you know. He's serious and doesn't put up with any nonsense. No offense meant to the other heroes, of course.
Tell me more about your stalker.
Oh, there's nothing to tell. I have no idea who he is, and I don't want to find out. You know how much danger the real Greybor gets into, don't you? If someone is looking for him, it's certainly not to give him flowers. Maybe he wants revenge, or something worse. Oh, if the real Greybor was here, he would sort this out. But I'm no hero. I'm just here to attend the festival.
The real Greybor is here. You should probably tell him about your stalker. I'll show you where to find him.
Wait, really? Well, well, thanks for telling me. I'll go find him now so that I can stop jumping at every shadow. Oh, maybe I'll even get an autograph.
The gate is locked from the other side. Just between us, you'll bump into artists from the capital and even high-ranking officials at the festival today. Everyone is incognito, of course. Oh, hey, Socio.
Absolutely not. It is a highly temperamental variety. It cannot be allowed to over-ripen. The grapes must be picked as soon as they begin to darken, or they will simply rot on the vine.
Usually, yes. But what is rot? It is basically disease, and we know how to treat disease. Healing spells and regular positive energy channeling allow the fruit to ripen for another 2, even 3 weeks. The grapes become plump and sweet. Oh, beautiful.
Is this, in a universe with magic, is this what they would call genetically engineered crops? Because he's like, oh, you can just use magic to change their properties from their kind of natural state. Social's interlocutor, an energetic gnome in brightly coloured clothing, raises a finger with a significant look.
In the name of Shaylin. So just take a late, sweet variety like Sapphire of Garud. And don't torment the berries.
Social is so busy arguing that he does not notice you approaching. Social, who is your new friend? Sneak up to Social. Boo! Actually, I'm going to do that one.
Oh, Commander, don't frighten me like that. I have had enough frights on the front lines to last me a lifetime.
Social recoils in surprise, reaching for his weapon, but he quickly pulls himself together.
Allow me to introduce the vintner, Humilian Nick Deltreze. I saw they were holding a tasting over here of unusual wine varieties. I came over and we struck up a conversation.
The commander, in the flesh! I've heard so much about you and your exploits. Would you like to taste the wines?
I see you're still passionate about winemaking, Social.
How could I not be? We fight in this crusade so that the locusts of the abyss will never again devour vineyards, ruin fields of wheat, or shed the blood of the innocent. We fight for peace. But when we finally have victory, it will be time to say farewell to Soziel the fighter and say hello to Soziel the winemaker.
What are these unusual wines?
How should I put this? Mr. Nick Del Trezay has a very unorthodox approach to winemaking, and the resulting wine is
unprecedented, exquisite, fantastic, and dare I say it, revolutionary.
Yes, all those things, and a dozen others. It is actually incredible how so small a glass can hold so many extraordinary qualities.
How is the tasting going, Humilian?
Well, it's been hit and miss. Some people are shocked by the effects of my wines, some by the taste, some by the price. Yes, I make a unique product, and its production is not cheap, but I am sure that once the public tastes my wine, they won't let any other pass their lips.
Just as every book has its reader, and every painting has its viewer, so every wine is bound to have its connoisseur, or at least someone who won't run away screaming after the first glass.
Humilian, what is different about your wine?
It has special magic in it, and I am not speaking metaphorically. We use a variety of charms at every stage of production, from harvesting the grapes to sealing the bottles. Traditional winemakers could never dream of achieving such flavors and aromas. But what's the use in talking about it? My wines are here in front of you. Taste them for yourself.
You really should try it. I had a taste, and while I cannot say I will remember it fondly, I have gained incomparable knowledge from the experience.
Alright, you've twisted my arm. I'll taste the wine.
Wonderful. Just wonderful. Here you are, our finest varieties. If you don't mind, I'll ask you a few questions after the tasting. Your feedback is invaluable to us.
The gnome gestures to the glasses spread out on the table and pulls out a notebook. Oracle's Reverie. Such an extraordinary taste. Multifaceted taste. Was that just meant to... Using the displacement spell, was that meant to illustrate that everyone looked like they were, we were seeing double? Taste golden rarity. Or is that the actual magic in the wine creating a strange effect? Oh, this is my favourite. The gold standard of my wine collection. Oh no, okay, this is actual magic. Unless we're just tripping and think we're a frog. Okay, Soaring Cloud. The frog one's my favourite so far. Ooh. I swear you've never tasted anything this light in your life. Okay, it could all be metaphorical, I guess. Dancing unicorns. Is this going to summon dancing unicorns? I hope so. Oh, nice. This bright wine is an experience all for your senses. The taste is so vivid, you can see it and maybe hear it too. Okay, that last one's the most Azata-y wine, so that's my favourite.
Well, what do you think? Unforgettable, isn't it? Please answer a few questions. First of all, how would you rate your overall impression on a scale of 8 to 12?
8 to 12.
Your questions, Humilian, are as extraordinary as your wine.
Oh, thanks. I do try. Perhaps for the next tasting, I should prepare a second questionnaire about your impressions of the first one. So, your rating?
Well, I didn't see any negative effect from drinking them. And I'm not picky when it comes to wine, so I'll go... Let's be over-exaggerated, though. 99.
Wonderful! Just wonderful! I am delighted to hear you are satisfied. Next question. What do you think of the experimental triple vision effect? Don't you think quadruple vision would be even better?
Normally, when making good wine, one tries to avoid producing such... effects altogether.
Normally, yes. But this wine is experimental and revolutionary. What other wines have as an unwanted side effect, we have turned into a selling point, an unforgettable part of the bouquet of sensations and experiences. What do you think, Commander?
Why mess around? Why not aim straight for octuple vision?
Great idea. And I've just thought of a way to make the wine turn everything upside down before your very eyes.
These experiments remind me of an incident on the campaign. The soldiers got hold of a potion of inflict wounds from somewhere, which, as you may or may not know, is a practically liquid concentrate of negative energy. And they had the bright idea of mixing it with moonshine. The aim was, as they put it, to make the alcohol hit them harder. And it did.
Yeah, I'm sure. Social grimly shakes his head.
Oh, no. Negative energy is not to be trifled with. We abandoned such experiments a long time ago. Your soldiers, of course, have shown themselves to be true pioneering heroes. I can only applaud such a spirit of invention. But our winery still has safety standards it must abide by.
And we are all grateful for it.
All right, one last question. What do you think of the melody of the ringing in your ears? And which do you prefer, D minor or C major?
Well, Azatas are all about music, aren't they? It's a wondrous sound. I could listen to it all day.
Oh, this review is music to my ears. It's a pleasure to meet a real connoisseur. Thank you for your valuable feedback. I can't tell you how pleased I am that you, Commander, have given your seal of approval to my wine. Allow me to present you with a bottle of our special... our finest... Wait a minute, where is it? It can't be. Did I forget to put it out? Head like a sieve I have. It's the star of the collection, the pearl of the program.
The gnome looks around the table in panic.
Please, don't go anywhere. I'll be right back with a wine like you've never tasted in all your life.
Well, what did you think of the tasting?
Delightful.
That is not the word I would use to describe it, but I am glad that you at least enjoyed it.
Do you think I should wait for him to come back?
Hardly. I'm afraid something else has caught his attention, and he's already forgotten what he ran off to get.
What do you think of the wine?
It's abominable. But how glad I am to talk once more of wine and grapes, bottles and corks, flavors and bouquets, and not of weapons, wounds, and monsters.
I haven't seen you so carefree in a long time.
Perhaps I have gotten ahead of myself, slightly. We have not won yet, after all. But, you know, this taste of peace is a good reminder of exactly what we're fighting for. I think I can allow myself one carefree evening, if it will give me the strength for the battle ahead. Oddly, today is one of those rare days where I feel like I understand Regil. Not even today did he allow himself to be distracted from his duty. I barely managed that myself.
So you're not thinking of going into business with Ymilian after we win?
Not a chance! But perhaps we will become friends. We'll meet at wine fairs and argue till we're hoarse about the correct way to make wine. When you arrived, we were arguing about a certain grape variety. It is called the Tears of Dawn. When I was a boy, I used to go out every morning to look at them. Delicate white-pink berries, almost transparent, like glass, glinting in the morning light. I learned how to tell when it was time to pick them, down to the very day. And I had not thought about them once since the war started. Not once, until Eumillion reminded me.
I'll be going. Have fun.
Thank you. And you enjoy yourself too.
Oh, I wanted to try that guy's special wine. Fair enough, though. I love a tankard of ale right now, but I don't have a drop till tonight. Yeah, it said someone stepped in the wine. But I can't see any footprints that we can follow. Oh wait, there you go. Reeking of cheap wine, the footprints lead somewhere off to the side.
Always watch your back.
Oh, there they are.
What's that glitter?
The footprints lead up the stairs. Here, the footprints turn left. Oh, that's a wonderful show. Show us again, please. Pretty please. Like I have nothing better to do. Alright, I'll show you one more time. Look. Mr. Orlesk, I found you at last. Wow, did you see him fly? Oh, I think we met these two outside.
It is the commander himself. Oh, he will surely help me. Commander, may I have a word, please? We need to discuss a matter of great importance.
Or maybe it's not the people we met outside. Who are you?
Allow me to begin by introducing myself. I am Professor Daigle of Absalom, and I have devoted many decades to the study of ancient Sarkoris. There are many questions in this field that are considered unanswerable. There is no one left to ask, and archaeological excavations in the World Wound are understandably difficult. You can imagine how delighted I was to learn of Ulbrich Olesk's extraordinary story. I immediately set out to interview him in detail. Unfortunately, I only had enough time to ask a few questions. Ulbrich cut the interview short and has been avoiding me ever since. I do not know what I did to deserve this treatment, but I cannot give up now, not when the answers are within my grasp. I am begging you to convince him to answer my questions.
Ulbrich is not very talkative.
Oh, but his knowledge is priceless. I am not asking him to dictate a whole book of memories. Just answer a few questions that scholars have been grappling with for decades.
Ulbrich is travelling with your colleague, the scientist Nenio. Why don't you talk to her instead?
I could get her thoughts on Mr. Olesk's life in Sarkoris, but competition in the scientific community sometimes reaches unreasonable proportions. Can I trust her to tell me the truth? Presumably, I will be forced to talk to her if I cannot get the interview.
Woljif, a companion of Ulbrich's, was selling curiosities at the festival. He would have been sure to have items from ancient Sarkoris, but he seems to have closed his stall.
But the items are still there, aren't they? I'll have to take a look after I interview Mr. Olesk.
Very well, I'll see if I can get him to answer your questions.
Thank you. You will make an invaluable contribution to scholarship in this field.
I'm still looking for the pickpocket, though. Talathel the merchant.
Greetings, milady. I am honored that you have deigned to notice my humble stall of wondrous items. Would you like to take a closer look?
The refined elf bows deeply, a statue looming behind him. You're the merchant the guard wouldn't let into the city, aren't you?
Yes. He and I perhaps did get off on the wrong foot, but I got here in the end, and I am happy to offer you my wares.
What is this statue next to you?
That? It's just a decoration. I am sorry, but the statue is not for sale. It has, sentimental value.
It must be hard to transport. The elf looks at the statue and subtly wrinkles his nose. Tell me about yourself.
My name is Talathel. I am a traveling merchant who knows a thing or two about magic. My journey began in Keonin, only a century ago, but I have traveled the length and breadth of Avestan over the years. Wherever I found myself, I encountered kind people and the wondrous objects they wanted to share with others. I am merely fulfilling their wishes.
Okay, show me your wares. I'm going to presume you have some good stuff. Oh, I mean, fairly underwhelming. Just standard cloaks and braces. Wand of Confusion. You don't really have anything. The other sellers had unique and powerful stuff to sell. The fact that you aren't selling that much that's incredibly specific is making me suspicious of you, Talathal. Oh.
Look at you. You look just like the commander. I've dreamed of meeting her my entire life, but now that I've met you, I don't know if I even need to.
The young woman gazes at you in admiration.
Let me get a closer look at you.
The young woman leans so close that you can feel the heat of her body and smell the heady aroma of fine wine. What are you doing?
I just want to stay with you for a while. Will you turn me away?
I'm sorry, I'm spoken for. The young woman bats her eyelashes and smiles gently. I am the commander, you know.
I heard the real commander revealed herself in front of everyone. You can't be her. Can you?
No, I'm loyal to Arushale, sorry. I'm not sure if this is a good idea. The young woman takes a step forward, almost pressing against you. In just a moment, her lips will touch yours.
Amelia! What's going on? Who's this? I turn away for a moment, and what do I see? Somebody else's hands wrapped around my fiancée. My lord, you have insulted me. I challenge you to a duel. If you don't want to lose your life, I'm willing to consider monetary redress.
Nothing happened between us.
Of course it didn't, but had I dallied a moment longer, my honor would have been poisoned by your lecherous lips.
Sure, just take the money. Will this be enough?
Yes, I believe so. Very well. I shall forget about this unfortunate incident.
The young man weighs your purse in his hand.
The swindlers are here! Arrest them!
Ah, it was a con, was it? It wasn't us. You've got us confused with someone else. That's them. They stole from me.
How many commanders have you swindled today, huh? Half a dozen? You're robbing people blind during a festival. Shame on you!
This is all your fault.
Oh, is it? Really? Are you sure that you are not the one to blame? You could have helped me out, you know. You just said your lines and stood there like a fool.
Quiet, you! We're just in time. I hope these crooks haven't stolen from you, madam.
What have they done?
They were extorting money from passers-by. The young lady charms the victim. Then this young buck pops out like a quasit from a witch's bag and challenges them to a duel. They'd already fooled half a dozen marks before they tried it on you.
Explain yourself, you swindlers.
Good sir, we are not swindlers. We
Madam.
are the members of an acting troupe passing through Canabris. We just wanted to make some... We just wanted to practice our roles. An unfaithful wife and a jealous husband is all the rage this season.
Uh-huh. That's a pretty bad excuse.
Enough of your tall tales.
The wine must have gone to my head. All the celebration and merriment. We just wanted to have fun. And one thing led to another.
I gave them 100 gold pieces.
Forgive me, sir. But after the arrest, these two's ill-gotten gains will be sent to the garrison as, material evidence. Yes. You should file a complaint with the warden, stating who stole from you and how much. Then you'll need to come in for questioning, and after a dozen days or so, you will be directed to our treasurer. My hands are tied.
Yeah, it's only 100 gold. We've got millions at this point. I'm in a generous mood, though. Let them go.
Why should I? They broke the law, and they must be punished.
I like that it's chaotic as well. Why are we using Darren's? Oh, is it because he left after we did his mission? So there's a chance we could fail this then. Holidays are a time for forgiveness and second chances.
No way. A dozen broke fellows say otherwise.
Oh, we failed.
Thank you for distracting them so we could catch up. Now leg it, phonies. We've got a nice cell ready just for you.
Aw.
A cell? I can't go to a cell. They'll kick me out of the troop if they find out.
Oh, shut up.
They're going to jail now. Serves them right for tricking honest folk. I tried. Is it because Daren's no longer here? Oh yeah, he's not even showing up in the companion pool. We're quite far off the beaten track now, aren't we? And I lost the trail for the thief. Oh. Found some cheese in the corner. Who doesn't love stray cheese? Where were the footprints for the... Oh, there's some. The footprints lead to a cart parked outside a nearby residence.
Hey! Do not touch!
Shouts a young-looking dwarf, Brother Zerd. A young dwarf woman and a slightly older dwarf man stand to the side and exchange worried glances. Who are you?
It does not matter. You took what is ours. We need it. Give it back and go.
The dwarf's speech sounds awkward, as if he is struggling with your language. You're robbing the townsfolk.
No! We mean no harm. We need.
What do you mean by need?
We need. The young ones hunger. The greybeards too. We have to feed them.
Who are you?
Clan O. We are many. 24 younglings. 6 greybeards too. We live in a large hut to the west of here. Zerd is my name.
Why are you robbing the townsfolk?
To feed the clan. Blight took the harvest. Demons butchered the cattle. We are in the city 2 months. We look for work. Nobody wants to pay. We did not want to steal.
Why are you the only one talking?
Clan Orc came from across the sea long ago, before the wound. We live far from humans, alone. We do not speak your language well.
So we can take the thieves to Charisme. Well, I mean, we can ask for... I'm not going to do the top one, though. That's like, oh, I'll not tell anyone, but for a price. I'm not going to extort these people. It's interesting that we can take them to Karisme, and I know someone who can give you a job. The problem is, though, she said they only let tieflings in. And I don't know if she'll just kill them off as competitors rather than actually give them a job. Maybe we can persuade her to give them a job? Or we can just, I'll let you go, don't let the guards or the tieflings see you. Yeah, we'll go with that one. I'll let you go, just don't let the guards or the tieflings see you.
You will? Oh, we are grateful. We will be careful. No more stealing today.
I'm going to leave that. I'm presuming that's their hall. I mean, I know there'll be no downside for me actually taking it. That's not how this game generally works, but... just on the off chance that there is. Is there still steps to thieves in the city? Karisme will want to know who has been stealing from the townspeople without her knowledge.
Girl, you're just the person I need. I have an exciting opportunity for you to seek out supporting evidence and verify the theoretical conclusions of my deductive analysis through first-hand observation. Do you want to be my research assistant? Of course you do. The probability that anyone would turn down an offer like this is statistically insignificant.
What's the subject of your research?
Well, I was researching past celebrations held in Canabras and made a surprising discovery. They all had something in common.
What do your findings suggest?
I'm glad you asked. According to the data, my analysis of recent festivals in Canabras indicates a pattern of attempted demonic attacks against the city. Some of them have been successful.
You believe the demons will attack the city during the festival?
My beliefs are irrelevant. This is science, pure and simple. You're not going to argue with statistics, are you? I warn you, such illogical behavior will lead to negative outcomes for both yourself and Galarian.
Nenio tilts her head to the side. You're not the only one expecting a demon attack tonight. Regil is preparing for one too.
Regil. Whoever he is, his research is worth my attention. I should introduce myself to him.
Nenio, you can't forget all of our companions. Nenio is vigorously rubbing her nose. Maybe you should just relax. Some of our friends are experimenting with food and wine as we speak.
All in good time. Demons first, food second. As for the wine, I might get around to that too.
Nenio hesitates and looks around cautiously. What if my findings refute your theory?
I had not considered such an outcome. Of course, the probability of it happening is very low. I consider it statistically unlikely.
Nenio blinks in confusion. She starts to say something, then suddenly stops and frowns. Do you have any evidence of an impending attack apart from your statistics?
Of course I do. I saw a demon.
Nenio's eyes shine with triumph. You should have told me that first.
But I did tell you. I've already explained the statistical likelihood of a demonic attack during today's festival. I saw a demon right here on the street. It was huge, several times taller than me. The demon snuck up behind me, but it did not account for the quick reflexes I've developed from avoiding the consequences of my experiments.
I think something's off here.
I ran up the stairs to study the demon from a more advantageous vantage point, but he was gone. The solution is simple. You should go down and search for the demon while I keep watch up here. Incidentally, the demon in question looked like the demon lord Discari.
Yeah. Something's not right here. Are you telling me that Discari is here and no one else in the city has noticed?
It is a bold premise, I agree. Either he disguised himself with a clever illusion that only my perceptive gaze could see through, or it was a different demon, masquerading as Discari.
I will help you find the demon.
Brilliant. Please let me know when you find him. I have a few questions to ask the demon before you start attacking him with weapons and spells.
Considering we killed Discari, it'd be very bold of him to show up. Because he would... the way that the killing demons... And I think... I don't know if it's specified it works for gods as well, but the way demons work is if you kill them, they respawn immediately in their realm. But then if you kill them again within a year, they die for real. So after you kill a demon, most of them will just camp out and hide in their lair. Until their year of being vulnerable is up. That's why we found Baphomet in the inelectable prison. Although we didn't actually find him, he was hiding. Albrig, are you running away from me as well? Feels good. It's a pleasure to be on duty today. Just stock dialogue.
Commander! There you are! How's the festival treating you? Have you tried the local drinks yet? The soldiers are all raving about the apple mead. Apparently it's the best harvest they've had in 20 years.
Seela notices you from afar and raises a large wooden tankard in greeting.
I've just been wandering around the square. So many good things all in one place. The contests, the rides, the best merchandise, food fit for a queen. Not to mention the crowds of happy people. I saw a few folks dressed exactly like me. I have to admit, it was pretty flattering.
Point at the tankard. What are you drinking?
The purest water from the nearest well. It's a miracle. The corruption of the wound is completely gone. No matter how much I drink, I can't get enough.
Really? You sure you're not a little sloshed? Social is tasting magical wines, literally. Would you like to join him?
Magical? Sounds intriguing, but I'm in no mood for surprises right now, to tell you the truth.
Today's a day for celebrating with a pint or few. What do you say?
There's still time for that. I'd rather keep a sober eye on everyone while they're enjoying themselves. For now.
Okay, I guess she is drinking water.
You know, I'm glad you showed up. I'm a bundle of nerves. I'd love to relax, but I can't. I keep thinking about how celebrations always seem to end in calamity, with demons raining down from the sky. What if they attack again, or something even worse happens?
It's fair enough that certain people are on edge, considering what happened the last time there was a festival here.
People are feasting and celebrating. They're happy and content. I want to join them, but I can't. There's this voice in my head telling me that something bad will happen to them if I let down my guard. And we've run into trouble already. You were dragged off by an arrogant wizard to fight in his arena before the festival even started.
Oh, it's nice of them to acknowledge that. Reginald and I have inspected the most vulnerable spots in the square. The city is safe, rest assured.
I don't know if I should be happy or concerned that our black-armored friend has been reduced to caring about common townsfolk. Although, he probably just thought it'd be a good opportunity to test the mettle of the local soldiers. Still, I'm glad I'm not the only one worried about Canabres today.
I don't know if we should say what Nenio told us, because we didn't confirm her statistics. I'm sure if we'd finished Nenio's quest before coming and talking to her here, that we might be able to say, oh, I discredited Nenio. I'll say it, why not? Nenio thinks the demons are statistically guaranteed to attack today.
Honestly, I thought you were gonna comfort me.
Yeah.
But it's only made me more anxious.
Yeah, sorry about that. We have defeated demons before. We have even defeated their lords. Do you think they would dare attack Canabres again?
Demons are unpredictable. It's impossible to know what they're thinking, or which of their lords might appear in Galarian next. I know we can defeat the evils of the Abyss, but I'm worried about the townsfolk. They've already suffered so much. I don't want them to get hurt again.
So what are you going to do for the rest of the day?
I wish there was a way to take my mind off these worries. I have an idea. Maybe I could assist the local townsfolk with some of their problems? If I could do something simple and kind that would aid them with their troubles, I think it would help me unwind a little. If you see anyone who needs help, just give me a holler, will you?
What do you think I should pay attention to?
Any matter where your friend Seela's strength, skill, and cunning might come in handy. You know, just call me if you see anyone in trouble.
I like the way you think. I'll let you know if I see somebody in trouble.
Deal. Just send word and I'll come running.
I'll go have a look around.
Got it. Be careful out there.
This is where soldiers can catch a break when they're on duty. Participate in the push-ups contest. Sure thing.
I'm the best.
To be fair, these guys are wearing heavy armor while doing push-ups. It's pretty tough. Amazing soldiers, follow her example. My friend, how did you get so strong? One, two, three, four. A public holiday's no excuse to slack off. We'll continue the exercise. I can't remember the last time Canabris was this peaceful.
There's no escaping you, War Chief. You always track me down. Truth be told, I was not fleeing you, but that bookworm from Absalom. Words can't describe how he tormented me with his stupid questions. And there he is. Speak of the devil. All right, you bothersome cur. Have another answer or two?
Oh, thank you, Mr. Olesk. Your contribution to...
Yes, I already heard you. Ask your questions and I will contribute to your treasure trove of trivia.
Oh, yes. Yeah. Oh, but where to even begin? Now, we've been arguing for years about the location of Tapgen Cemetery. According to records, many great heroes were buried there, but its location remains a mystery.
Questions like this are the reason I've been running away from you.
Wait for Ulbrich to answer.
There never was a cemetery. Again is a burial mound, a gently sloping one. Tap is a word from the old songs that simply means nearby. Did you really think we'd drag the heroes from all over Sarkoris onto a single bier? Each of them sleeps in their own mound, not far from where they perished.
Oh, you don't say. Oh, thank you. This information is truly invaluable.
Dougal jots down the answer in his notebook.
Next question. What is the purpose of this object? Some believe that it was a weapon. The shaft was inserted here and this pointed part was used to stab the enemy. Others believe that it was a musical instrument, and this hole was used to produce notes. I personally believe that it was a ceremonial artifact and was used in fertility rites.
Dougal shows Ulbrich a strangely shaped metal object covered with rust. Yeah, we'll just let Ulbrich answer.
What are you babbling about? Each question is sillier than the last. Instruments and artifacts. The words of a man who's never lifted anything heavier than a quill in his life. It's a piece from a spinning wheel. The flax goes here, the thread goes through there. See, the sharp part is there to cut the yarn. I'd love to watch you try and stab someone with it in a real battle.
Ulbrich snatches the object from Daggle's hands.
How fascinating. So many arguments, so many years, and the truth turned out to be so simple. Next question. In the runic inscriptions from different regions, there are...
That's it. I'm done talking. Aren't you tired of dusty papers and rusty gewgaws? Let me give you a ride instead. A real flight on the back of a real Sarkorian griffin. Something your pen pusher pals in Absalom can only dream about.
No. Please don't trouble yourself. I'm afraid of heights and my age. Don't!
Yeah, he's never let us ride him. This is a privilege.
If there's gold, it's mine.
Quiver of ultrasound ammunition. Interesting. And cool Seela here.
Seela is here. What's going on? I'll be damned. How in the world did you manage this, my good fellow?
Seela falters slowly and slowly tilts her head, looking in astonishment at the gnome stuck in the sewer grate.
Well, you see, I dropped a coin and it rolled down here and I dove after it.
The gnome makes a strange gurgling sound, either humming or mumbling something.
So how are we supposed to get him out? Have you got any ideas?
Let's inspect the sewer grate first. The sewer grate is badly rusted and its bars look weak and unstable. What was the weird sound you just made?
What sound? I didn't make any sound. You need your ears cleaned out. Ow!
Take a closer look at the gnome. The gnome seems scrawny even for a member of his people. His clothes are shabby and threadbare but neatly mended where the fabric was worn thin. The peculiar position makes it almost impossible to see his face, but you do notice white strands among his dishevelled raven black hair. Did you get the coin?
Huh? What? The coin? I sure did. Got it right here. Why are you asking? You want to rob me blind? Well, bugger off if you do. I can get out of here on my own just fine.
Calm down. Nobody's going to take your coin. Just let us figure out a way to get you out without breaking your neck.
Seela, the bars are pretty rusty. I think you can pull them apart while I help him get his head out.
Let's give it a try. Now move your butt and keep your head low, my good man.
There! That's it. Much better. Oh.
The gnome noisily sucks fresh air into his chest through reddened nostrils, rubbing his scratched neck with his fist. His other hand is clutching a corked wine bottle covered in dirt.
Wait a minute.
Seela cocks her head and raises an eyebrow, looking questioningly at the gnome and the bottle he is holding. Did you really go down the drain to get a coin?
Well, hang it all. I went to get this. It's full. It's corked. It's a treasure.
The gnome shakes the dirty bottle in front of you.
And the gurgling was you trying to hide your hiccups?
Would anyone help a drunk who crawled into a drain to get a drink? Nobody would. I did get the bottle. And I picked up a coin, too.
The gnome unclenches his fist to reveal a dusty copper coin lying in his palm.
Take this, love. Thanks for helping me out. Something to remember me by.
The gnome hands Seela the coin he fished out of the gutter.
And thanks to you, too. Try not to get stuck anywhere else.
Seela tosses the copper coin and catches it in the air. Call me if you see someone who needs help. I'll come running. Oh. We've found another one over here.
Did you call me? What do we have here?
Oh, you're so tall and grown up, and your armor is so shiny. Can you help me rescue my Clementine? She climbed up too high and now she can't get down.
Blinking in awe, the little girl stares up at Seela. Who is Clementine?
My puppy. My
A puppy?
cute little puppy. She has a pointy pink nose, round black ears, and big googly eyes.
When you said it was up a tree, I thought it was a cat.
A puppy?
Yeah.
I didn't think dogs could climb trees.
I'm just as surprised, Seela.
Clementine can. And not just that, she loves hiding from me in all kinds of nooks and crannies, burrows and boxes, and vases most of all. but I always find her.
Look at the tree. You spot movement at the very top of the leafy tree, but the foliage hides the animal from your sight. You also notice a strange detail. Clementine is not making a sound. Not what you would expect from a frightened animal.
You don't see anything either. Hey, little girl. Are you sure your Clementine is up there?
Seela squints and peers at the top of the tree.
Totally sure. She's just staying out of sight. She always does that when she hides from me.
Does your pet often hide from you?
All the time. Me and Clementine love playing hide and seek.
A poor little furball is stuck at the top of a tree. Fancy staging a rescue?
You bet. That's why I'm here. Let's take a look. All right. Just a little bit higher. And a 1 and a 2. Oh, sweet Iomade. It's a rat.
That's not a rat, that's Clementine.
What have you got there, Seela?
I don't know. I've never seen anything like it, but it's definitely not a puppy. Gods above! What are you? How do I even pick you up? Do you bite? No, you don't. That's a good girl, Clementine. Come to Seela.
Seela comes down from the tree, holding a rat-like creature in her arms. A white snout and pointy pink, with a white snout and pointy pink nose, round black ears, dirty grey, shaggy fur. There can be no doubt you are looking at a possum. A large pink bow is tied around the animal's neck.
Clementine! My Clementine! You won't be running away from me again today.
The girl grabs the possum and clutches it to her chest. Clementine's face wrinkles in a grimace of resigned suffering.
Keep a closer watch on your puppy from now on, little girl. And the good deed is done. Thank you.
Seela winks cheerfully. Yep, call me if you see someone who needs help. I'll come running. It always throws me off that possum has a silent O at the front. I always want to say opossum.
That's easy.
It's not very common to have silent O's in the English language anyway. You found traces of straw. Could this strange trail somehow lead you to the demon? Oh, is it like a giant puppet Discari or something like that? Oh, one more for Seela.
Move aside!
The guardsman next to the overturned cart gestures for the curious onlookers to step back, away from the man lying under the cart.
How you holding up there, friend?
Seela leads down toward the man lying under the cart.
Oh, not too bad. My horse took fright and bolted. My cart fell on me. The tent still hasn't been delivered, and I'm stuck and can't get out. Well, at least I'll get some rest down here, eh?
The man is lying nonchalantly with his arms folded across his chest, staring up at the sky.
We need to get him out somehow, but I don't even know where to start without hurting him.
Inspect the cart. A wooden cart with low sides loaded high with cloth and covered by a large piece of tarp. The poor man was lucky the cart wasn't carrying anything heavier. Look around. There does not seem to be anything lying around that would help you rescue a man from under the overturned cart, unless the guard would lend you his pike to use as a lever. I address the man underneath the cart. Are you hurt?
Well, my bones are aching. They always ache. Yeah, but I can't complain, really. I haven't had a break in a month because of this festival. I've barely slept. By all means, save me, but feel free to take your time. I'm nice and cosy down here for a while yet.
God, what happened here?
The cart entered the city. The horse that was pulling it went wild and started rearing up. This fellow got down off his cart to calm it. The horse broke loose and fled, and the cart fell on the poor fellow, pinning him. My partner rushed to get help so we could get him out together, but it's been a while and it doesn't look like anyone's coming.
Since you're already standing here, how about you folks give us a hand? The townspeople in the crowd look at each other slowly and shrug. None of them are in a hurry to lend you a hand. Seela, let's get him out of there.
I'm ready. Just tell me what the plan is.
We can use the guards Yeah, we'll do the pike suggestion, seeing as we spotted it. We can use the guard's pike as a lever to lift the cart and pull him out. Use the pike to raise the cart slightly, allowing Sealer to lift it the rest of the way. There is just enough space for the man to wriggle out on his own, which he does, unhurriedly and with heavy sighs.
Thank you, I guess. I should go. Need to find my horse.
The unfortunate man slowly gets up and reluctantly dusts himself off.
Thank you. You got here just in time. I'm gonna go look for my partner and find out why nobody came to help.
All's well that ends well. Please, go back to enjoying the festival and stay safe.
Sealer looks at everyone around her with a smile.
We've put in a hard day's work, Commander. It feels good to solve these little problems, doesn't it? I love helping people deal with their ordinary day-to-day troubles. The kind where there aren't any monsters or demons involved, and I am happy there's no trace of either to be found here in Canabras today. You really helped me out today, you know? Thank you.
Pat Sealer on the shoulder. You did great. I'm glad we were able to help some of the locals today too.
That's true. How long would that gnome have been stuck in the sewer? Oh, I shudder to think.
But how did I help you? You're the one who helped all those poor people.
You listened to me. You found people in need of aid so that I could assist them with their troubles. I enjoy helping people deal with their everyday problems, and it was nice to have you there helping alongside me. I feel much better now.
What are you going to do now?
I'll be keeping an eye on everyone. And I'll also allow myself a tankard of beer, and maybe even a dance.
Sealer winks at you happily.
Didn't you say something about Soziel and his magical wines? I think it's time I joined him.
See you later, Sealer.
Enjoy the celebration, will you? It's in your honor after all.
You're a good egg.
Commander, there you are. We need to talk.
No, I still have stuff to do at the festival. Don't drag me away again. Rovis's gaze darts at the street behind you. You were a little less conspicuous last time.
I had to find you as soon as possible. There was no time for secrecy. Agents of the Eagle Watch have discovered a group of spellcasters here in Canabras.
Oh dear.
A stream of magic is emanating from a house a few streets away. Our wizards haven't been able to determine its nature, which is suspicious in and of itself. We've also noticed people wearing identical robes entering this house at various times. They're probably cultists. I don't know what they're up to. I suggest we find out together.
What makes you think they're cultists?
Cultists are big fans of matching robes. No matter who they worship, they all love robes.
He grins.
Truth be told, it's just a guess. Under the present circumstances, the first threat that comes to mind is demon cultists, planning to attack the city again, to get rid of you or otherwise prevent you from closing the wound. We must investigate.
Is this house far from here?
No. It was obviously chosen with care. It's just a few minutes from the square. In addition, the house itself is quite unremarkable, and its roof offers a good view of the surrounding streets. Fortunately, I know how to get there without being seen.
Can't the Eagle Watch resolve this without me?
We could try, but I don't know what to expect. Besides, if there is a real threat, it would be better for you to find out right away, rather than when it's too late.
Alright, let's search the house.
I'll mark the rendezvous point on your map. Meet me there when you're ready.
Okay, so I can still do festival stuff. Okay. I'm gonna keep doing the companion stuff at the festival because I don't know if this will like end the festival or cause a triggered event or anything like that. I'll do it under the guise of gathering my companions. Why is that shopkeeper highlighted? And the rest aren't.
Precisely.
Okay, where were we? Well, we can go talk to Greybore. I guess we found all of the... Oh! Call up Nenio. Yeah, it's a
You
big
found
puppet
him.
Discari.
If you weren't already my assistant, I would offer you the job right now. But what is this? A demon disguised as a straw figure? How cunning.
You don't seriously believe that, do you?
What do you mean? It is the perfect disguise. No one will ever suspect a figure made of straw. But Discari cannot fool me. I'm far too clever for him.
I think it's just a straw effigy.
You think? Thinking is commendable, but unproductive. One must hypothesize, explore, experiment. Kick him!
Baphomet is here too. Why not start with him instead?
Your enthusiasm is to be commended. But don't worry, girl. We'll deal with Baphomet next.
Nenio, sometimes I can't tell if you're deliberately being kind of silly or if you you take overthinking to a level where it makes you quite stupid at times. But okay, fine. I will do it for science. You kick the straw effigy. It does not retaliate. In fact, it shows no signs of life at all.
Discari still clings to his disguise. They say the cunning of demons knows no bounds, but today we will discover the limits of their guile.
Nenio scratches her head in bewilderment.
Fight him!
We kicked it and nothing happened.
Our enemy is trying very hard to remain hidden. It's not enough to insult him. We need to injure him as well. Now, approach carefully and bite him as hard as you can.
If this is what it takes to convince you. You bite down and get a mouthful of straw. Judging from its taste and smell, the straw inside the effigy has already started to rot.
Again, no effect. Suspicious.
She scrunches up her nose as if trying to smell the demon hiding inside.
Well, he's left us no choice. It's time for you to use your mythic powers.
I love that there's a different option for each of these. We'll do it. Only for you, Nenio. Oh, we destroyed it. Unable to withstand the sudden onslaught, the effigy of Discari suffers a resounding defeat.
But my analysis of the data was correct. I double-checked my calculations. The probability of error was minimal.
Nenio sighs and kicks the straw one last time just to make sure.
Well, I must admit that this experiment has been a complete failure. However, that doesn't mean my theory is wrong. Demons can, no, will, still attack today. So I will keep watch and inform you of any demons I find lurking in the shadows. In the meantime, thank you for your help.
Sorry whoever put the time in to build that. But to be fair, it's a bit strange to bring effigies of maybe they were intending to burn them or something. Yeah, burn, accursed beast, burn. So destroying it is kind of what they were made for. Watch them burn Baphomet too. It burns so bright. The flames ate it right up, nothing left but cinders. splash of gold paint is clearly deliberate. The colours, the emotions, I was seized with inspiration. Yeah, there is a lot of gold paint around up here. Is that just the painter?
Always watch your back.
Have a good one, yeah? Celia's enjoying herself now. There's paint on this grate too. That's suspicious. Greyball was over here, wasn't he?
By the way, those belts of yours are good quality. They seem well made, and the buckles look sturdy. Where did you get them?
A master in Grinder's Alley. Do you want these belts? I can give them to you. It would be an honor if Greybore himself...
Now. I would never ask my fans to give me their belongings.
Greyball says the word fans with evident satisfaction. He grins as he pulls on his pipe. I found 2 people dressed up as you, but it looks like I've come back to a whole squad of Greybores.
A whole squad indeed, Commander. Look.
Sure enough. At first I thought I was alone, but there's actually a lot of us.
Hey now. There's no need to interrupt me. I don't...
The satisfied grin disappears from Greybore's face.
Oh, look, Mr. Greybore, look! There he is! That's the suspicious man who wanted to hire you.
Right. It's getting a little too crowded here.
Greybore's expression darkens as he watches the man approach. Greybore, do you know this person?
No, I've never seen him before. I think it's time we find out who he is and what he wants from me.
Sir, Greybore? Mr. Greybore? I'm here on an important matter. You see, my mansion appears to be haunted. I urgently need the help of an experienced hunter who can deal with evil spirits.
Ghosts? Ha! With a snap of his fingers, Mr. Greybore will...
No, he won't! Don't you know that Mr. Greybore is busy hacking down demons left and right? He's not going to waste his time on a few trifling ghosts.
Another fan interrupts the first before Greybore can respond.
These people seem to know what Greybore will say before he even opens his mouth. I don't know about you, Commander, but I'm getting tired of all this fuss. I think I'll go have a drink somewhere quiet and let these gentlemen entertain themselves for a while.
Wait, Mr. Greybore, won't you even listen to the details of the case? And what about my advance payment? I've already given you a large sum.
I'm not interested in your case. You'll have to find another monster hunter to help you. This is my day off. As for the advance, I have not received a payment from you. If you can figure out which one of my fans has your money, you are free to demand it back. Have a nice festival, gentlemen.
No one is going anywhere until I get my money back. How do you know where your money has gone? You handed it to someone you didn't know, and now you're complaining that you can't find it? How much are you offering? I'm not Greybore, but I'll hunt some ghosts if the money's good. Thank you, Commander. This was fun, but I think I've had enough. I don't need fame. I have a reputation, and that's what matters. Have fun at your festival, Commander. I'm gonna take a break from all the noise. See you later. Evolve Vitald.
Well, that's a holiday and a half. Did we ask them for it? And where'd they get the money for all this pageantry, I ask you?
An unkempt man addresses the crowd with indignation.
I have said it before, and I will say it again. The celebration is being held at the request of the residents of Canabris, with funds provided by Narrowseek.
The richly dressed half-elf takes a deep breath.
We're citizens of Canabris too, you know, and we're against it. We oppose this outrage. It would be better to just hand out money to everyone instead of wasting it on this circus.
Observe the crowd. The poorest people of the city have gathered here, their faces twisted with resentment. Some of the men are swaying drunkenly, including the rabble-rouser who is speaking for them. Who are you?
My name is Evol Vitold. I am the deputy mayor of Canabris, and these are the few people in the city who are unhappy with today's festivities.
I mean, it probably doesn't help that they've been excluded from it.
Too right, we're unhappy. Shut it all down!
What is going on here?
Shameless contempt. They don't care what we think. They're throwing a party and they didn't invite us. They're trying to chase us out of here, in fact. They won't let us beg or eat or drink what's on the tables. The cheek of it!
You are upsetting the gentlefolk of the city, causing a disturbance, stealing food and drinks. That is why we are keeping you out of the festival.
This issue must be resolved.
And you're the one to do it, eh? You know, you do actually look like...
Thank you, kind madam. But a crowd like this is hard to control.
Thank you, kind madam. Oh yeah, we already said that. I don't want to risk losing the diplomacy check again. I am the commander. This festival is being held in my honor. These people should be allowed to celebrate like everyone else. The deputy mayor realizes his mistake and bows in evident embarrassment.
I understand. The guards will keep an eye on them.
At last, we have someone with an ounce of wits about them. Thank you, lady. Let's break it up, everyone. Now, today's a holiday for us, too.
There you go. The commander herself invited us to the celebration. Okay, we've just got Ember to look for. Ivu had some quest stuff going on too. We haven't actually talked to her yet.
How did you do that? I was just thinking about you, and then you appeared in front of me. You're right on time. Finally, the fun can begin.
The fun can begin? Aren't you already having fun?
I am. I mean, I was. I ate the whole barrel of cherry jam, and I danced on the stage, and I even raced against the guards. And then I stumbled into a crowd of people, and they were all stroking me and telling me what a good dragon I am and how beautiful I am. I really, really liked it for a while. But now I'm bored.
What do you think of Canabris?
Remember how I said I didn't understand mortal cities? With all their stones and doors and identical shapes? Well, it turns out if you decorate it with banners and flowers and put treats everywhere, a mortal city becomes a wonderful place. I like Canabris very, very much. But one thing is missing. There are hardly any games to play here.
How can you be bored with everyone when everyone is singing your praises?
Easy. I already know how beautiful my scales are. I admit it's nice to hear other people say it. The first 10, maybe 15 times. But then it gets boring. And if I spend all day listening to compliments, when will I find the time to play?
What would you like to do?
I wish I could find someone who likes my scales and wings and who wants to play with me. Running and jumping is much more fun when you're with someone, you know? Playing on my own is fun too, but it would be really, really nice to play with someone else.
I can play with you.
Really? We can race across Canabris. We'll see who can run the fastest. and we'll go into the most important building in the city, scatter all the papers, and play hide and seek. And then we'll find some musicians and sing and dance with them.
Ivory tilts her head and stares intently into your eyes.
That would all be wonderful, but then you'd miss your party. You haven't forgotten, have you? This festival is for you. We can play together any day, but this party is just for today, and it might not happen again for a long, long time.
As soon as I spot someone you can play with, I'll call you right away. Will you wait here for a while?
That's a great idea. Of course I'll wait. I can stand to hear how much everybody loves wonderful dragons like me for a little while longer, I think.
Okay, so there's someone for Ivy to play with over there. We also came here looking for Ember, didn't we? Where is she? Is she actually in the temple? Enchanted music is coming out. Ember, where are you? Grateful citizen. Ember, she was just here. She left after she helped us. She went to the chapel, I think. Someone was injured in the belfry. Okay, now she's over here. There is lots of gold paint all over the place, which is I'm suspicious of. Feels like it's signs or some sort of mark for where people might be. Arushale, where are you? I thought we were going to meet new friends, but you're not here. Yeah, actually, where did Arushale go? Are all my companions being kidnapped or something? Wardriff disappeared. That's suspicious. Ember saved me. I fell from the belfry. I thought I was going to die, but Ember patched me up in no time. Yeah, I don't think Arushale would just abandon this kid. She went that way, towards Iomede's statue. Oh, she's gone to where we found the people anyway. Right, is there any sign that Wardriff's been kidnapped too? It looks like Wardriff gave up on packing halfway through. His goods are still here, but he's nowhere to be seen. Yeah, someone's kidnapping our companions. Calling it now. That's why they've all disappeared, except for Seela, who's hanging around there. But Social's not there anymore, is he? Having a good one, yeah? Social is nowhere to be seen, yeah. I wonder why Seela's the only one that's not been kidnapped. Let's call Ivu.
I'm here. Oh, they're small. But they're not halflings or gnomes. Oh, I know. They're children.
Get back, dragon!
One boy is shielding the other children from Ivu.
Only a little dragon. And a very friendly one, too.
So, what? You're not going to eat us? The dragons in Tales always eat everyone.
Those are stories about bad dragons. But I'm the sweetest, kindest, most cuddliest dragon of them all. And I only eat candy. My name is Ivu, by the way.
Ivu is my dragon and my friend. I promise she won't hurt you.
I won't hurt anyone. I wouldn't even know how. I just want to play.
Well, you've never played with a dragon before. This'll be fun.
The boy listens intently to the whispers of the children behind him.
The funnest thing in the whole world. What games do you play?
We wanted to play hide and seek, except you're so big, it'll be hard for you to hide.
Ivu, I'm sure you can come up with a fun game everyone can play.
How about going for a ride on a real dragon?
Ivu looks around, her eyes lighting with a sparkle.
Riding a dragon sounds very dangerous. Me first!
The children look at each other and happy smiles blossom on their faces. Seeing his friend's reactions, the boy replies seriously. Hop on! Aww. Ivy's just like a big dog.
Did you see how fast we went? As fast as the wind! As fast as lightning!
The children around Ivy burst into happy laughter.
And where there's lightning, there's thunder. I need to eat.
Ivy's stomach rumbles loudly. Do you want something special to eat?
Yes, that's right. I wanted something special. The most special treat that every party has to have. Do you know what that is?
Cake?
Yes, cake! First, mortals invented cake, but it was just too wonderful to eat every day. So then they had to invent holidays. Fun days where everybody absolutely has to eat at least one tiny piece of cake. But I'd eat a huge cake all by myself.
What came first, the cake or the party? Do you want me to find some cake for you?
Yes, I really want that. And I want to play for another 10 minutes too. As soon as you can find a big cake, call me right away.
Keep playing, I'll call you when I find some cake.
You're the best friend in the whole world.
I can't believe my eyes. It's really you. Ember, darling, you have no idea how happy I am to meet you at last. You're the talk of high society. We all admire the depth of your conviction. Will you come for tea at my salon? Everyone who's anyone in this city will be there.
You are being very kind to me, but you've got it all wrong. Don't you see? I have everything I need now. I'm no longer hungry, I don't sleep on the street, and I have plenty of clothes. But these children have nothing. Nothing at all. They're the ones who need your help the most.
There you are, Ember. I've been looking everywhere for you.
And now you've found me. You'll always find me, no matter where I go.
I can see that you've spent the whole day helping people, but I hope you've had a chance to enjoy the festival as well. Are you having fun?
Oh, of course! I'm having so much fun. There's music and decorations, and happy people everywhere. See? Look!
Ember picks up a pastry and pops it into her mouth with a cheerful grin. Did you invite these children to the feast?
I did! The kind guards were confused. They didn't think the children were allowed to be here. The guards said they had orders to keep the children away from the feast, but I told them it must be a mistake. Why would anyone want children to go hungry? They agreed with me and let them in.
That's right, big sister! You set them straight!
Life on the street isn't easy. Many of these children lost their homes when the demons came and burned down the city. It was nice of the townsfolk to throw a feast so these children could fill their stomachs and have some fun. Although, it would be better if they bought bread for the children every day, instead of just giving them cakes and pastries at the festival.
You're right, Ember. And it's nice of you to think the best of people by thinking that this feast was for these children to eat, but the fact that they weren't allowed in initially kind of disproves that. Have you met these nobles before?
Yes! These kind people invited me over for tea. No one has ever done that before. In fact, when I used to live here, they chased me away so I wouldn't get mud on their pretty things. But it wasn't my fault I was dirty. I didn't have any clean clothes or a place to take a bath. You know, hot tea is a wonderful thing. Especially if you're living on the streets and it's raining or snowing outside. I think you should invite these children over for tea instead of me.
What? You mean invite this rabble into my living room? Ember, darling, be reasonable. You are a celebrity, a heroine of the crusade. Everyone wants to meet you. But these... well, these...
Go on, look Ember in the eye and tell her you're refusing these kids.
What makes me different from these children? They get cold and hungry, just like us. I'm just an ordinary girl. Why invite me for tea and not them?
Goodness, you cannot possibly compare.
I can see you're good people, but you're confused. Let me help you. Whenever you see a child on the street, imagine that they're me. Before the Crusade gave people a reason to know my name. One day they may do great things, but right now they're cold and hungry, and they need your help.
You know, dearest, perhaps she has a point. It's all very well to talk about these things, but perhaps we should be doing something more tangible.
So that's why they call you a saint. I'm sorry, Ember. I've been so selfish. Thank you for opening my eyes. Here you go, kids. This is for you. A holiday gift. I don't know if you can forgive me for the way I have treated you, but if you can, please do come for tea or lunch. My door will always be open to you.
The sobbing woman wipes away her tears as she pulls out a hefty purse. Well, I hope this change of heart lasts and not just during the festival while Ember's looking at you, but that's nice. It looks like you've helped the nobles rediscover their consciences.
I hope so. They're good people deep down. They just lost their way. The nobles forgot what's really important, so I reminded them.
Well, I should go. Have fun.
I will.
I wonder if Ember's going to be kidnapped now that we've finished her quest line. Oh wait, we need to talk to Charisma too,
Yes?
don't we? I found the thieves and let them go.
I suppose they tearfully promised not to fleece anyone ever again.
Charisma chortles.
I wanted to look them in the eye, make sure they realized they were stepping on my turf. But I guess it doesn't matter anymore. But anyway, at least they're out of the way. Thanks for taking care of that.
Why are you asking me? Asking me what? About whether they okay.
The tieflings have a reputation. I think the thief knows about us, which means he will be avoiding my little brothers and sisters just as much as the guards. We need someone like you. You blend in with the crowd today. No one is keeping you.
Yeah, that one's finished then. Let's go find Ivy a cake. Oh, there's a cake.
You found cake! It's so big and beautiful! What flavor do you think it is?
Ivy licks her lips noisily. It looks like a strawberry cake. Strawberry?
I smell it too. Ripe, sweet strawberries.
Ivy sniffs.
I can't wait any longer. I need to taste it. But the cake is so huge. Which side should I take a bite from?
Start with the top. It's the prettiest part.
Yes, it's very pretty. I'll eat it first. Raspberry flavor. Filled with strawberries and blueberries, currants, chocolate, and lots of vanilla cream. Sorry, I ate it all and left none for you. The cake was too good. I couldn't help myself.
Pick a cake crumb off Ivy's little muzzle and taste it. There's still some left. Ivy was amazingly accurate in her description of the cake's ingredients. She did not get a single thing wrong.
It tastes good, doesn't it?
Amazing cake.
This is the most delicious cake of the day. I haven't eaten any other cake yet, but I'm sure this one's the best.
You're going back to the kids? There's plenty more fun to be had at the festivities.
But I've seen most of it already, and I've hardly played at all today. So, yes, I'm going back to playing games. Maybe I can even convince the kids to play hide and seek. I'm great at hiding, aren't I?
Ember's playing with the children at the feast too. Why don't you all go play together?
That's true. You can never have too many friends. We'll find her, and then we can all play together.
I'll go. You have fun.
You have fun too. Holidays are all about having fun.
More fun together. You hung out at the festival with at least 10 of your companions. That was an achievement I just got. I like that it specifies at least 10 because depending on how things go, like Lan could be here, for example, or I guess more companions could not be here if we dismiss them. Okay, so Ivu, Seela, and Ember haven't been kidnapped. But I'm calling it. The rest have been snatched. Is it because of where these ones are? But Social was standing over here too, so if it can't be to do with the location, or else Social wouldn't have been kidnapped either. But I think, yeah, but we've hung out with everyone. And we've done a few of the little side things that popped up. So I guess now we can go to where the Eagle Watch guy was telling us to meet for suspicious activity. I didn't want to risk doing that if it was going to trigger events that would end the festival or something like that. Yeah, he's just there to the suspicious house. What time is it? Okay, I think I'm going to leave it there, and we can start this up next time. The Kundra Sanctuary is closed, so I will take you there. Oh, I thought that guy was spying in, but it looks like he's just building the roof. Okay, yeah, we'll leave it there. Thanks for watching. If you've enjoyed this, you can subscribe. I'll be posting videos daily, and then when we finish this, I'll be picking a new game to start going through. And if you want to leave a like or a comment, I would very much appreciate it. But yeah, thanks again for watching, folks. Bye.